Hello, my name is Kim Sauer, SMTAI in Chicago. I'm joined today by Brian D'Amico from Mirtec. Brian, we keep on bumping into each other all over the world, and it's great to see you here in the Windy City, which actually on Sunday was a beautiful day with no wind at all.
80 degrees, yeah.
80 degrees, you know, beautiful place to meet up, so great to see you.
How about this morning? Did you enjoy this morning with the nice 60 degrees and mist?
Yes, it sort
felt
of
like London kind of, huh?
did it? Yes, it's home from home.
There you go, exactly.
So we're here at SMTAI. It's quite a small conference, well, a very big conference with a small exhibition side to it.
Yes.
You're present here with some machines, and I'm sure you've got some very interesting conversations with the people that attend the conference. So
yes.
Tell me a little bit about your presence here and what it is you get out of the show.
Okay, well actually this show it's actually a good venue. Most of these shows are becoming more regional shows, and of course with the fact that there was a fire in the airport, that kind of made it even more regional. If you can't drive, you can't fly, it's going to be difficult getting here. What we find is that there's, of course, we have quite a few customers in the general area who are looking to either replace equipment, or, which is good, we replace some of the competitive equipment, or augment, upgrade their equipment. I find here that most people are really getting into the system. What does the system have to offer? What's new? And that's what we're all about, you know, what's new? What can we offer our valued customers and our potential customers that's going to make them, that's going to benefit them. It's going to make them more competitive, and it's going to help increase their business. That's the whole thing. We're all about making our customers as successful as we can.
Yeah.
So I'm finding at the show that many people are, once again, they're getting into the technical aspects like we discussed earlier, and that's a good thing because that hits home for us. We're all about technology here at Mirtec.
And these are the people that are actually, you know, at the machines themselves. They know the process, and they want to know the nitty-gritty of what's
Yes.
going on inside. So we have this machine behind us with some new features, I believe.
Yeah.
So what are they?
This is our MB7 Omni system. Now, we introduced the MB9, which is our flagship product. It's a very good machine. It's probably the best machine in the world. It's also very expensive, so you kind of need some deep pockets to buy that system. We've done very well with that machine in the automotive sector. These are the kind of people that have the deep pockets. But for smaller CMs and OEMs, we of course are beyond their price point. So one of the things that we introduced at Apex was the Omni 7 system. Did very well. We sold 5 machines at the show, did very well. Had a great show. But what we did was we wanted to increase the speed of the machine. So in order to do that, because we make our own cameras, we have ISVI, we make our own cameras, what we did was we put into this machine the heart of the MB9 system. So now we've put in it's the 15 megapixel co-express camera system. So what that does is it increases the speed, the inspection speed of the machine by 30%. That's a big bang for the buck there. So that's new to the show here, and it's actually doing very well received at the show.
So I guess, well, speed is obviously a very important part of it. With that comes, I guess, cost reduction, because you know, all of the benefits that come along with actually producing more, getting more yield, and those things that throughout the line. You mentioned different industries. You mentioned the automotive, which actually was very strong in the Midwest. I'm not sure, you know, how strong it still is. Is it coming back? But there's a lot going on in Mexico, obviously. So, but there's a lot of talk of it, you know, reshoring from Asia and places like that. Is that something you're experiencing, that even your bigger customers are coming back?
Yes.
But also that there's a large amount of smaller manufacturers, therefore that you know you're targeting with a solution as well.
Exactly. Yeah, what we're seeing is, of course, some of the big boys, they're going to be down in Mexico. Of course, labor's a little bit cheaper there, and we do very well in Mexico. We pretty much wrapped up, basically. We've done so well when it comes to cell phone technology and mobile device manufacturing. Mirtec is pretty much the de facto system for doing any mobile device manufacturing, cell phone technology. We own about 70% of the market, maybe 75% of the market, which is great. But automotive is actually making a very big resurgence. You know that cars have so many sensors in them, there's so much electronics in a vehicle right now that it really is making that sector boom. And that's what we've started to focus on now. So we did really well with cell phone technology, mobile device manufacturing. Automotive is our next market that we've been attacking, doing very well in it. So we've landed some very large accounts for automotive. And also what we've started to do now is, now that we're getting into automotive, we've now introduced semiconductor as well. So we see growth in several different markets. Now, a lot of the, once again though, your bread and butter, you know, here in the United States, yes, there's large manufacturers as well, but there's a lot of low to medium volume, small, you know, mid volume contract manufacturers. And that's really the bread and butter of Mirtec here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, large players in Mexico, large players in Asia, Europe. Here there's a little bit more smaller players, low to medium volume. So we want to be able to cater to everyone, quite frankly. And that's kind of why we introduced the Omni 7 system, is to be able to do that. See?
Yeah, okay. So final question, and this, I know you can answer this one.
I won't be so sure of that, Kim.
No,
sure?
I know, I know. I think the coolness of the weather this morning would have prepared you for this next question. It's a little bit looking into the future. What are the key trends? Just boil it down to 3 key trends or challenges that your customers are facing, and how your machines and your R&D going forward will cope with that.
That's kind of like smaller, cheaper, faster is the common trends, right? Everything is being reduced now. Of course, we see that the footprints of devices are getting smaller and smaller. And that's where, quite frankly, this kind of technology that we offer, the 2D, 3D technology, we need that.
Yeah. Apple phones are getting bigger.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Even though it's bigger, the devices inside are getting smaller. Even though it's getting bigger, everything's getting smaller inside, so it gets more and more dense. So quite frankly, you need the technology that's going to be able to address that. Cheaper, of course. By having a system that does a really good job of inspecting, we're pretty much increasing their yield. That's very important, right? So you have to minimize your costs of rework. You have to minimize the cost of what you throw away, your scrap. And then faster, once again, that goes right down to the bottom line. The quicker you can get boards inspected and off the system, the better you're going to do, right? It's going to add value to the bottom line again. Mm-hmm. So realistically, smaller, cheaper, faster is always the trend. And I think all of the new emergence in SMT, all the small devices that are coming about, the 03, 015, very small devices, all those are going to have, it's kind of redefining what people have for options to buy, not only for inspection equipment. I mean, we're already ahead of the curve for inspection, but now it's like, okay, the rest of the process, screen printing, ovens, your profiling, and of course pick and place. It's going to redefine what people have as options of what they could buy to keep up with that technology.
So smaller, cheaper, faster.
There you go.
Those are 3 trends going forward. Thank you very much for taking the time. Good luck with the show and all the interesting conversations you'll have here. And I'm sure I'll bump into you. What's coming up?
Apex?
It's not Apex probably.
Yeah, Apex.
Yeah. Look forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, Kim. Thank you.